This is a car door locking mechanism. Its primary function is to stop people from stealing your old aux cable and reusable shopping bags, but it also helps prevent them from stealing your car like they do in Grand Theft Auto. Now I'm going to disassemble it so that we can understand exactly how it works, and although it seems really simple, I think this is going to be a lot more interesting than it seems. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, let's crack on. Now this particular door locking mechanism is off a 2008 Volvo V70, a company very well regarded for their safety and security. So just having a look at it, this is the back. There's this thing which doesn't seem to do much. Okay, so this is the only bit that actually moves, and you can see things moving on the inside there as well. Quite a satisfying noise. Right, so these are all Torx head screws. So, oh, there's also a electrical connector there as well. So let's make a start. Right, so that holds on a boring plastic guard. So we can see this mechanism in a bit more, well, no, not really. Let's carry on. I think actually I'm going to take this plastic panel off first, before I start taking the mechanical components off. I want to see if I can get as much visibility as possible. Now, I did some, I was very interested just before this video about when car locks were invented, and I didn't actually find out. I didn't really look that hard, to be honest. But I did find out that the original cars, when you've got when they had the manual crank, the first kind of way of locking your car was just to take the crank with you, so that no one could turn up and start the engine without you being there, which I find quite interesting. Okay. That's not going to come off because of that thing there. So maybe that needs to come out first. Okay. Let's go back to that then. Oh, right. Ah, there's another one in here. Let's do that. I'm slightly worried that I'm gonna take all the screws out and this thing's just gonna completely fall apart, and I'm not gonna have any idea how it actually fits together and functions. But right, okay, that's helpful. So this is actually quite a complicated mechanism, which is good to know. Oh, that's nice. There's actually a lot of sound engineering that goes into the car door closing, latching noise. So when your car door shuts and you get that nice little clunk. Oh, that is actually engineered, which I think is great. It's one of those subliminal qualities, I suppose. Everyone wants a car door that sounds really nice, they just don't know it. Right, we have some motors in here and some stuff. Okay, I need to get that. Maybe that just pulls. This is latched together by this part right at the back, that white thing in there. Ah, I think that is a clip. let's... Yes, yes it is. Smashing. What is that actually? Okay. Right. That guard is off. Brilliant. I'm not sure exactly where that went. It's exactly what I was trying to avoid. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Okay, don't know where that bit actually went. It laid across somewhere here, in there maybe, I don't know. Whoa, hang on, let me pull it in front of the camera so you can see. So this motor here has got that little gain. I can't remember what type of gear that is, but screw gear maybe. Yeah, so that obviously controls this whole thing, which does something with that. Right, let me just pop that there for a sec and look at this. Oh, there's a lot of great noises coming from this. I really like it. Oh look, there's a face. There he is. Look at this chap. I'm sure that was intentional when they were designing it. What is that? Ah, right. This is going to be. I don't know how to get into this. I'm not. It's. I think it's been pressed in and it's clipped in here. So I don't know how I'm actually going to get that apart. But there will be a way. There is always a way. I've just been to Dremel out some of these rivets. Well, I think they're dowels, to be honest. I think they're dowels that go all the way through, and then the top of them has just been either pressed or something to deform the top and pin it in there. So we've got this one here, that one, and that one, and there was one here as well which held this on, but that fell off. So that was some sort of spring thing that sat in here and, I don't know, moved up and down like this. So that's off. Now I did get a screwdriver underneath that one, and that one has started moving, so I know this is now possible. Oh, okay, just like that. So that one's come off. This one is, that one has also come free. Now we just need to try and get that one to free up somehow. Which seems like a bit of a challenge. Wonder if I can get. So well, that is just a guard. So I'm just going to, let's try and get into here. It's moving. We've got this little guy wobbling around inside. Okay. I have a very real fear that I'm going to take this apart and actually have no idea what's going on. I think that's a very real possibility. Ah, yes. There we go. Right, so there's that top plate. Move that over there. So what is actually going on? There's some kind of ratchet mechanism there that moves around. Oh. Okay, we can take this off. I have no idea what this mechanism is for. Okay. So, there's this thing with this kind of spring mechanism. There's this part on the bottom which, oh, okay, is a ratchet, right. So there's a ratchet mechanism, it locks there, and then locks again, and then this is reset by pushing that, which I'm guessing is maybe the car door open thing. So what activates that then? If we just retrace what happened here. So that was on there. Ah, okay. So we have the lock ratchet, 1, 2, and that resets it. Very good. Okay. So what activates that is the next question. Right, that's just the covers and plates and blah blah blah. Ah, this thing. Oh yeah, this fell out. That could have been important. I guess I will never know. Right, now what went above this? Do have some nice little motors. I can keep them. Absolutely. That is lovely. I think that is probably the last screw. So let's just take that out. Just to have it all completely disassembled. Now I think the thing with this is I don't know what this mechanism actually attached to. So I don't know what's missing in terms of the whole lock-in mechanism stuff. So it's a bit difficult to say really exactly how this all went together. But that is it, completely disassembled, and that hasn't helped at all. One thing I have just realised is this is the part that actually locks the door. So where's the so you'd have your door pin would lock into that. And then there's a secondary lock, and then it releases and the door pops open. There's clearly a few little mechanisms. So there's the lock, there's the spring mechanism type thing that resets the ratchet. That is activated by probably something on here because this is where the motor is, so there's going to be some kind of connection. Yeah, I think the principle of it is really simple, but there is tons of parts in here. and it's clearly a very, very complicated design. Right, so I don't have a drawing for this. I've taken it apart. There's a lot going on. I think there is probably lots of documentation on the internet if you want to dig into this a bit more, but very, very briefly, in essence, we had the module with the connector where the electricity and the signal will come in from the ECU or ECM. That then powered a small motor which had this sort of screw gear on the end. That rotational motion then went through a series of different gears and link. That's a gear, by the way, in case you can't tell. So that would then go through a series of different gears and linkages, which would then power the actual lock-in latch to the pin, which would be inside the door frame. So, and this lock was on a ratchet mechanism as well, so it could be released. And having power door locks like this obviously means you can lock all the doors, just a push of a button, so which is great. Yeah, and another thing, so with this ratchet mechanism as well, being able to release that, so I imagine that was released by some arm or lever or something that comes from the door handle, which we didn't have, and I don't know where that comes from, but I imagine that would be how that ratchet is released and then opens up. So in theory, you'd be able to unlock it by using that latch or by using the motor. So very good. I appreciate that wasn't the most educational video ever, and you probably didn't learn a great deal, but I hope you found it somewhat entertaining at the least. And if you did, please do like and consider subscribing. I am committed to this channel, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.